Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's going to be another Q&A. It's been a while since I've done with these, but what I do pretty much is I take comments from people and I try to, give my best explanation or show how I do it on screen and just, give you guys some good feedback, some good advice because I feel like if they have questions, right, people who comment, you guys might also have the same problem and, I can answer everybody, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna put all the questions I'm gonna do in this video on the screen right now. As you can see, I think there's about 7 questions. And yeah, let's start from number 1 and go to number 7 and see if I can answer all of your questions to the best of my knowledge. So question number 1, does just taking our companion's gear away before a tournament works? This is on the I made a hideout leadership and tournament skills tip video, right? And pretty much what I said is, if you want to have an easier tournament experience, and you have a lot of good, what do you call them? Good companions. Like this guy's very good at sword skill. He's a high level, as you can tell. So if I go into a tournament, if I join any tournament with him in my party, he's going to be one of the opponents eventually. He might be on my team to start, but as you know, the ending duel is between 2 people always, and he might end up being the ending duel. And if, let's say, my skill wasn't good enough, right, he could win that fight and he'll win the item, but the item is going to really just disappear because it won't go into his inventory. It's just going to disappear. So you won't win it, even though he's your companion. You will not have it. So the person who wrote the comment says, does just taking the companion's gear away before the tournament, it does work. It makes your companion weaker. Like if I was to, as you can see, my companion has very good armor as well. So if I take this away, obviously he'll be an easier opponent, but he'll still have his weapon skill. So that's really up to you, right? But like I said before, make a party with him. Go start the tournament. When you're done with the tournament, go back to his party, add him back to your party, and you should be fine. That's the best way. But late game, when your weapon skill is up, I'm pretty sure my weapon skill is up here. Yeah. When your weapon skill is good late game, you should be fine, regardless. Alrighty, question number 2. I'm currently at war with the whole continent due to the conspiracy quest fail, but when I try to make peace with kingdoms the way you've done it, the option never appears for me. Anyone know why this is and how to fix it? So this is on the war tricks and tips video, and it's very simple. So I also failed the conspiracy quest. I never did it. I'm pretty sure I can find it right here. Stop conspiracy, stop conspiracy. As you can see, all of these, I didn't do any of them. See? It's just a huge line. I never did it. All I did was I slowly just started taking over the empire. They got their reinforcements or whatever, but I still just took over all of them regardless. But I understand what you mean. You might have war with a lot of people. Like currently I have war with everybody. Well, kind of, since my strength is crazy compared to everybody else, right? And some of my enemies are part of my kingdom, what's it called, as well. As you can see, these 2 guys are part of my kingdom, even though they're at war with me. Kind of weird. But yeah, so here, here's how you do it, just to show you again. This is the only way to do it right now. Sorry about that. I feel like later on, this button is going to work when you can propose peace in this menu, but you can't do that right now. The best way, like I said before, is find a lord, any lord that is part of, what do you call it? Part of the enemy faction that you want to make peace with. Catch up to them, and it's very simple. You go, there's something I'd like to discuss. This one, our realm should make peace. This should always be here. I've never seen a glitch. I never heard about a glitch where this option is not there. If you are at war with them and you go to any lord, he should have this option always. There should not be any, glitches. I've never even heard of any glitches about it. Do this. Do auto offer. That's how much they want. Easy. Offer it. And boom, you guys have peace. Woohoo! And that's pretty much how that is done. So everyone is peaceful with me. Okay, now question number 3. Got a lot of helpful tips from your vids. Thank you, my dude. Got a question that I tried to find on everywhere, but without luck. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support. Okay, so if you leave a companion in a town or castle because, well, you don't want to have them dragging around with you. Okay. Okay, so he's pretty much saying if you leave a companion in a town or castle, will they count as defenders if attacked? Personally, I think so because they are part of the castle, right? But I also know that you can, depending if this is your castle or town, right? You can assign them as, where is that option? Okay, under the feast right here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so if it's your castle or your town, you can assign them as the governor, right? And if they have a good weapon skill, then they will improve security. And your militia, they will improve if they have good weapon skill and stuff like that, or good leadership. They're going to improve these stats, right? So if you really want to leave them at one of your castles or one of your towns, I suggest making them a governor. But, okay, and then the second part of the question. Will they stay where you left them or they wander around locations like they did in earlier games? I think they stay. I'm pretty sure they stay. I've never seen them move. Whenever they stay at a place, unless they're part of a party or a caravan, that's the only way they're going to move. Like, these guys obviously are going to move. But if you look at other people, she's been there. She's been there for the longest. They're really not, you know. They haven't moved around for me. I don't know if it's different from other people, but I played on this save for a long time, and these guys have just been waiting. Ever since the caravan got destroyed, they've just been waiting at these places for the longest. And part 3, you're awesome. Not really a question. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support. Hopefully I answered your question. So, just to recap, if you leave them in the town or castle, if it's your town or castle, I suggest putting them as a governor. If it's not, I think they do join. I'm not completely sure. But if it's a huge siege, it won't really make a difference. If you know what I mean. If it's huge numbers versus the castle and let's say the castle has 200 people and the people trying to attack the castle is 700 people, your one companion won't really make that much of a difference, if that makes sense. And the second part, they do stay. Because for me, these two companions have been staying where they are for the longest time. But okay, question number 4. I think they nerfed some wanderers also. I started a game and some factions only have 2. Does anyone know if they populate later? Yes, as time goes on, you click the N key, wanderers, this list becomes very big. I feel in the beginning, like you said, they only start with 2 each, so the list is only gonna go from here to about here, right? But as you can see, late game, I have a lot more options, right? They do populate over time. I don't know if there's a max completely, but you have a pretty good list of them, and you can only have what? How much can you have? Depending on your clan tier, I can have 8 right now, which is a lot, and I have a lot to choose from, so yeah. Okay, question number 5. Does anything happen when you donate prisoners to your own dungeon? Can you do anything with them? Let's test it out. I will fast forward this part. I'm going to get to one of my castles, actually one of my towns, and we will test it out together. See you then. Alrighty, and we're here. So this is one of my fiefs, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. And usually when you when you donate prisoners to other friendly dungeons, you do gain influence. Let's see if it's the same. I'm pretty sure it has to be the same, but I never did it to my own. I always did it to friendly fiefs. Let's go to keep. Let's go to dungeon. Manage prisoners. Let's add some. Let's just add 30. Let's add 30. So this should jump up by 30 if I'm correct. 97. Boom. It does not. Okay. So you do not gain influence if you do it to your own dungeon. But what I think is, I think these stay in here, and you can hold the prisoners here for as long as you want, in my opinion, unless they have an escape function, which I think they do not. I think the only people who can escape are lords and stuff like that. But yeah, so I guess if you put it into your own fief, then you can keep them as long as you want, and then eventually add them back. Or, you know, if you have a huge amount, then you just want to sell them all off at the same time, you can do that as well. But yeah, they do not give you influence like they would if you were to do it at a friendly, what do you call it? Friendly fief dungeon. Okay, question 6. Any tips on making money early game as far as workshops, caravans go? And 1.3 companions cost money. 2 workshops just cover costs, and thinking I won't build a third, but go with 1 to 2 caravans. Okay, so when it comes kind of to early game, here's how I do it. When you get off gate, when you get off of just being one person, build up yourself, get some gear. I have a video actually on this. It's perfect for this question. It's perfect for this question. I'm gonna link it down below. Make sure you look at it. It is the best, in my opinion, the best focus points that you should focus on in the beginning. But I'm gonna just summarize it for you. Start off, build up yourself, which means go on horseback, get yourself a bow and arrow, and just build your armor up, build your horse up, make sure you can take a couple hits. Once you do that, go win some tournaments. You're gonna reach clan tier 1. Once you reach clan tier 1, go and become a mercenary at any of these guys. Become a mercenary. Once you become a mercenary, they pay you per fight. Get into more fights, and now start gaining start building up your parties. Once you build up your parties, once you build up your own party, this one right here, with some good units. I would not suggest going for really bad units. Don't get peasants early on. It'll just slow you down. I would suggest getting these guys. Pretty much they're horse archers, very overpowered. You find them in this area of the map where the Khazaits are. Very overpowered archers. They cost 200 a pop, I'm pretty sure, but they're very good. You can pretty much take on armies 10 times your size. It's amazing. And once you do that, open about like 2 or 3 workshops, whatever your max is. And after that, I would just suggest keep taking battles. Don't build caravans really, but once you've grown your army to a big amount and you've won some wars and you have some money stockpiled, right? Create parties. What I mean by this is, if you go to your clan, create these parties, the ones that wander around and attack and do quests for you. Now here's why. Because once they get big enough, you're going to see income here from them that's called excess gold. So if they win a big battle, they're going to give you the excess gold that they earn from it. If they take somebody prisoner, right? If one of these guys takes somebody prisoner that they are fighting, and they're going to go to a town and they're going to pretty much sell that prisoner, and you're going to get the proceeds pretty much. You know what I mean? They're going to give you a cut. So caravans, they might make you money. What do you call it? They'll make you money every single day, but parties, they will make you big chunks of money, not every day, periodically, but I think it's more worth it to do parties. Because with these parties, early on, you can set up armies. Like you can go here. You can set up armies with just your party members, and it costs you no influence to do it. Absolutely no influence, because they're part of your party. They're not part of a different clan. And once you get into a big army, you can take bigger fights, more money. That's my best way to describe it. Caravans aren't the best anymore. They're kind of an end game thing. So yeah, a lot more fights, take over places, get some fiefs, you know, all that stuff. But like I said, I have a video that pretty much describes this process in a lot better fashion, because I had a whole script for that video, right? It's going to be down in the description. Make sure to go check it out. Now, last question. Stan having a problem where 2 kingdoms are constantly attacking while giving me no option to make peace. Been going on for quite a while. Hopefully I'm not bugged. Yes, it is a big thing. It's not a bug. So usually close to when the conspiracy quest happened, right, I only had these 2 towns. Actually, no, these 3. I had Omar, Warcheg, and Ravul. I don't know what. These 3 right here, right? And pretty much all the Empire wanted to fight me. And then these guys would join. And then the Khazaits would join. And it would literally look like this. But early on, and my army was like 600, and their armies were each like 15,000. Now, how do you counter this? Well, first thing first, hopefully you saved up a lot of gold. I really hope that you saved up a lot of gold, or you have a good way to make a lot of gold. Because let me tell you, half of my playthrough pretty much was my different clans and parties. They would attack settlements, and all I would do was just run around the map and just what do you call it? Propose peace with everybody as much times as I could. I'm pretty sure I've paid the Khazaits like 18 times, like every couple days, 18 times. Hey, stop having a war with me. Stop having a war with me. You know what I mean? Like, I probably wasted $1 million or 2 dinars just offering peace with the Khazaits. They will attack you a lot. The Empire's going to attack you a lot. The best thing I would do is just pay them off. Early game, pay them off until you have the strength. Because if you have the strength, they're not going to attack you as much. They'll attack you when you are weak. That's the whole point. It makes sense, right? If you're weak, they want to crush you. Simple. So what I would do is, even before you start your own kingdom, save up some gold, because you're going to be making a lot of peace. You're going to be offering a lot of money to different rulers. It's just the way it goes. You have to offer peace. It's not a bug. These guys used to attack me every other day too, the Asari. All I would do is I would run my character down there. I would wait right over here, and when once of the lords approached me, they would attack me because my army was a lot smaller, right? And I would just say, hey, let's make peace. Boom, we make peace. We go on. 2 days later, they attack me again. Same thing, they attack me again. It's frustrating, but that's the way it goes. You can execute them, but then you're going to be the most hated person on this whole map, and then everyone's going to attack you even more. So execution is not the answer. I know people on Reddit say it's the answer. It's not the answer. Just propose peace until you're bigger. Simple as that. Once you grow big enough, they're not going to mess with you as much. Hopefully that helped. And yeah, those are the 7 questions. Hopefully I explained it the best way I could. I probably rambled a little bit. I probably, went off topic a little bit, but it is what it is. It was one take. I just wanted to, give as much information as I could. But yeah, ask me any more questions. I'm gonna do another one of these probably in a week or so. And yeah, you guys stay safe.